So anyway, long story short, skill-based matchmaking might not even work, and we're all suffering for no reason. I'm gonna title the video that and see how many people click on it. Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Black Ops Cold War. So the mid-season update came out today. I'm not gonna go through everything that was in it, because probably everyone and their mother has done that at this point. We got Sanatorium 24/7 here, but I'm pretty sure that's just a Dirty Bomb playlist, so I doubt I'm gonna touch that at all. Dropkick. Earn score for your team every second you control the objective. Respawns are disabled for the team controlling the objective. So wait, is this just headquarters, but like named differently?
On to the 5 tips. Tip number 1, screen your tenant. Your tenant will make or break your deal. Therefore, you gotta do the work up front to ensure a great tenant.
What the fuck? Why was that guy listening to like his real estate training classes while sitting in a pre-game lobby for Call of Duty? Dude's out here splitting his time between white knuckle hardcore combat and landlord compliance training. But yeah, I didn't see any weapon updates in the patch notes, which is kind of weird because I know they tried to fix it in Warzone and stuff, but the DMR is still running rampant over here, guys. Like, we could use some assistance. Oh yeah, so I took the iron sights off this thing. After that last video, I've kind of realized there's really just no point to using them, like, at all. I'd kind of already figured that out about the rest of the scopes in the game. Like, because they don't affect your ADS speed, basically none of the scopes in this game are really worth it to use, like, at all. Obviously, the exception being, like, the thermal here, because it has an actual effect on, like, what goes on with your gun. But I was thinking the case would kind of be the same for the iron sights, because, I mean, I didn't pick it for this reason, but I was sort of assuming that because it's iron sights, there wouldn't be scope glint on it, which apparently was an unreasonable thing to assume, I guess. Can somebody remind me why I'm playing on Cartel again? Like, why didn't I back out of this lobby when I saw Cartel pop up? Am I stupid? Why? Oh my god, there was a third guy. Unbelievable. I don't understand what has been going on for the last 2 days. There are 2 maps on this game that I hate with a burning passion, and they are Cartel and Moscow, and for whatever reason, like 90% of the games I've gotten for the last 2 days have been on Cartel and Moscow. I fucking hate Cartel, dude. Just remove it from the game. So yeah, apparently they're remaking this map Express, and honestly, I'm not really sure why out of all the Black Ops 2 maps, that's the one they decided to pick, but I mean, whatever, man. I'm not the one who makes these decisions. So here's a little factoid for you guys about skill-based matchmaking, by the way. So just out of curiosity, I actually sat down and read the academic paper on engagement-oriented matchmaking, which you can read too, by the way. It's for free. If you Google the words engagement-oriented matchmaking, the first thing that'll come up is this paper. You can read it for free on a couple different university websites and stuff. And in case you didn't know, engagement-oriented matchmaking is like the system that Activision uses in both this game and Modern Warfare. It's not true skill-based matchmaking. It's basically a system that does your matchmaking in the way that it thinks will essentially maximize the amount of fun you're gonna have on the game. So basically, for the research for this paper, they ran a whole bunch of simulations of player data under various different kinds of matchmaking, including like truly random matchmaking, which is kind of what we used to have in Call of Duty, true skill-based matchmaking, which we don't have. True skill-based matchmaking would literally just be a straight up elo system, right? And then they did another one on engagement oriented matchmaking, which is what we have. And they also did kind of like a test one, which is worst matchmaking. I didn't really understand it because I didn't really read that section, but basically they just designed the matchmaking to be as fucking annoying as possible, I guess. So anyway, the conclusion that this paper reached was yes, engagement oriented matchmaking does do what it sets out to do. It overall, on average, increases player retention. It makes people play more games than they would if they were just subjected to random matchmaking and true skill-based matchmaking. Actually, interestingly enough, random matchmaking actually had better retention than skill-based matchmaking, meaning like elo-based matchmaking. But the kicker and the thing that pisses me off the most is that the difference between random matchmaking and this matchmaking system that they've decided to adopt for Call of Duty, the difference in engagement is like practically non-existent. Like, it's definitely there, don't get me wrong, there is a difference, but the difference is incredibly small. And I gotta wonder, like, is that tiny little difference really worth the whole PR nightmare that they've been putting up with and the just general backlash that they've been receiving over this shit? To give you an idea of how small I'm talking here, the numerical value for retention for random matchmaking, meaning what we used to have in Call of Duty, was like 259.1, I think, and the engagement for the engagement-oriented matchmaking system with the algorithms and shit was, I think, 261 or something like that. It was an incredibly small difference. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting little factoid that I learned today. I was doing some research for something something unrelated for school and I just stumbled across the paper, so I figured I'd give it a look. And yeah, like I said, if you want to look at it too, just Google engagement-oriented matchmaking. It's literally the first thing that comes up. I always forget that the thermal scope's actually pretty decent in this game. I know in the last video I was messing around with the iron sights, but I usually don't mess with the scopes too much anymore. Because like I was saying, with the exception of the thermal scope, there's really no point. I know there's that one scope, like the Hangman or whatever, that a lot of people are using because I think they say it makes you ADS faster. I've tried it and I really don't think that's the case. I think it's just an animation. Dude, I don't want to play Moscow and I don't want to play Cartel. There are so many other maps on this game for you to give me that are not those two. I will take any of them. Oh my fucking god. What did I do to deserve this? This isn't even skill-based matchmaking at this point. This is literally just Activision saying fuck you. Honestly, I'm still stuck on that paper topic, man. It just blows my mind that we're all being punished like that for that tiny little sliver of difference between the two matchmaking systems. Like, it's so small, that can't possibly account for more than 10,000 people. There's no way. That might be an exaggeration, but seriously, like, this population cannot be that big, and we're all suffering because of it. The paper proved random matchmaking is really not that much worse than this, so what's the fucking point? This matchmaking system barely works. You might as well just give us what we want. You're not gonna lose that much for it. And the best part for you is that we'll all shut up about it. I shouldn't have let the teammate do the execution. I should have stolen the kill. I don't know why I didn't. I bet he wouldn't have done the same for me. Yeah, I bet if that dude saw me have like a quad feed or something going on, I bet he would have split me without a second thought. Guaranteed. That dude would have split me and he wouldn't even feel bad about it. In fact, he probably wouldn't have even known what he did. So anyway, long story short, skill-based matchmaking might not even work and we're all suffering for no reason. I'm gonna title the video that and see how many people click on it. Skill-based matchmaking doesn't even work and we're all suffering for no reason in particular. How in the world do I deserve a hit marker for that? I missed the... Oh, man. So the Sixers smoked the Heat tonight, which was hilarious. Although it's a little less hilarious when you think about the fact that we should have done that last time, and we wound up winning a fucking nail-biter in overtime. I mean, I've said it before, dude. The Sixers are looking elite this year. Like, that's why I was saying we didn't need James Harden in that trade. We were perfectly fine without him. All we need is for our team to be healthy, and we'll be pretty much good to go. Oh my god, thank god for halftime, dude. I don't deserve that. I love that. You hear somebody behind you and your first instinct is to jump, you know? Like, that's so stupid. The one thing that's been bothering me all year about the Sixers, though, and I know it's like everybody's first inclination to blame the officiating, but like, it feels like the officiating has been really not in our favor so far this year. Like, to a degree that seems beyond unreasonable, you know? Like, I'll watch Ben Simmons go into the paint and get fucking suplexed, and the refs won't say jack shit, but then Ben will make like light contact with somebody on a fast break and they insist it was an offensive foul. I don't really understand why this is happening. I mean, there's always the classic Sixers conspiracy of we're being blackballed because of tanking for so long. If you don't know what the deal with like the Sixers is over the last 4 years, like you don't follow basketball, the Sixers basically spent between 2013 and 2016 reverse boosting to get a better team. That is the best way I can put it. And obviously now we're reaping the fruits of that because our team is really fucking good. And basically there's conspiracy theorists that think that the NBA is salty that we kind of exposed how some of their systems can be taken advantage of. They don't want us to win. Like, they're deliberately doing things to screw us over, like having the refs be harsh on us. A whole bunch of teams have been getting their games canceled because players have been ruled out because of health and safety protocols for COVID and stuff. And multiple teams that have been like down players have been allowed to cancel their games, but for whatever reason, we were forced to play with just 8 players. I don't think that's a conspiracy so much as the NBA just doesn't really know what to do. Oh, they came from my left. Fuck. So the Sixers play again on Saturday against Memphis, which, depending on whether or not Ja Morant plays, that's going to be an entirely different ball game because the Grizzlies are kind of ass without him. They're still pretty ass with him, but Ja Morant's a really good player, so... Ah, boo. Anyway, that was pretty fun. That lobby was actually enjoyable. I'm surprised. Honestly, I should probably end the video here because it's only going to go downhill after this. So yeah, that's about it. The double weapon XP starts tomorrow, so hopefully I can actually finish all of the tac rifles tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time to get through all of it because I still have to do like most of the Type 63 here, and then I have to do the entire AUG from level 1. But it shouldn't be too bad. I think I can get it done pretty quickly. And yeah, I mean, if I'm lucky enough, maybe it'll actually give me Dark Ether at that point. We'll see. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to stick around for more content. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one.